In this lesson we're going to be looking at the rolling technique. Now this is a technique that we use when we're going across two strings and we're using the same fret. So for instance, if we was playing the 5th fret of the E string and we was going down to the 5th fret of the A string, we would use this technique. Okay, the reason being is we get a smoother sound as it clears up a lot of excess noise, because especially when we're playing metal we've got a lot of distortion, so there can be a lot of excess noise that comes out. So if you was lifting your first finger up, you can hear there's a lot of noise. So instead of going that kind of thing, we just get a smoother sound. It's nice and clear this way. So let's use this exercise of going from the 5th fret of the E string down to the 5th fret of the A string. Okay, what you're going to do, whenever you know you're going to be rolling, if you're on a lower string going up to a higher string, you're always going to start on the tip of the finger, and then you're going to go down to the string below and use the pad of the finger. So hopefully you can see that I'm on the tip here, and I go down to the pad down there. So when I'm on the A string, I'm using the pad. My finger is still, the tip of the finger is still touching the E string, the lower string, and that takes care of any excess noise there, so it's muting that part. So I'm on the tip of the finger, going down to the pad, still touching that E string, that gets rid of any noise over there. Okay, so just practice this slowly. Notice the movement. I'm not lifting. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm on the tip of my finger, and then I'm going down to the pad of my finger. Okay, now if we're doing it reverse, say we're starting, we need to go from the 5th fret of the A string to the 5th fret of the E string. We're going to do the opposite. So whenever you know you're going to be rolling and you're on a higher string going up to a lower string, you're going to start on the pad of the finger, and then you're going to roll up to the tip of the finger. So you're on the pad of the finger and you're rolling up to the tip of the finger. Now whenever you're rolling up to the low E string, watch out for this. Pushing it too far and getting that. Okay, so just watch out for that when you're going up to the E string. Make sure you're going onto the tip of the finger. Okay, take a bit of practice, because plenty of times you will do it. You get that. And then you just apply this technique whenever you're going across any of these strings. Whenever you're going across two strings and you're using the same fret, a lot of the time we'll use this technique. Okay, the other thing, watch out, make sure you're only getting each note ringing by itself. Make sure you don't get any bar kind of thing where you play the low note, go up to the high note, and then both notes are ringing. We're looking for just one at a time. And the other thing to mention, I've just been using my first finger in this video, but practice using all the different fingers, your first finger, second finger, third finger, little finger. Little finger doesn't come up as much, but it does come up. It's a little harder to use. I mean, my little finger is pretty stupid. It's a real, it really is a little finger. Okay, but practice it, because it does come up sometimes, so it's handy to be able to do it. But most of the time you're going to be using the rolling technique using your first finger, second and third. But it does come up a little with a little, so practice that.